I've just come back from a trip up to Lake Eyre and out to Parachilna. I never intended the following to be a movie, so it's only a little bit of bits and pieces, okay? Oh, while I've got you here, I just arrived back home and look what I find here. No, that's not my shoe. No, that's not my shoe. That's not my shoe either. No, that's not my shoe. No. I found all these shoes hanging up in my carport. I don't know whether it has anything to do with the last movie, eh? Good morning. We're back for a little bit of a jaunt. We're at Lee Creek Coalfield Lookout. Now remember we saw a train earlier on? Well, there's the answer to the question. How many carriages? 160 carriages. I think if you counted the train, you counted 161. But we're at Lee. Just take around. This is one of the open cut pits. And apparently it's going to be mined fairly extensively in the future. But all this overburden here is going to be all dug away. And in future the pit will go down there. This is at the viewing area. There's also one of the old drag lines here. They're a fairly larger machine. We'll go and have a look inside. All the little cogs and wheels and things that turn and go bump in the night here, isn't there, eh? Apparently this whole machine actually walks along step by step. It's actually a walking machine, walking drag line. We'll go up again. Sit here at the controls, and that's where the master of ceremony sits and operates the machine. Here's the main cable that operates the drag line. Like I said, all cogs and pulleys. We said it was a walking drag line. It's actually got a base in there, but it actually walks along on those feet there. So it's got a base and it puts down its little legs and it walks along one step at a time. Well, that's when it was working anyway. I suppose they've got a newer machine now. That's where I was sitting up there. We've got a tyre here. One of the tyres used on the old haulers. Actually, it's usually used as a spare tyre for a Nissan, but we won't worry about holding one of these because it weighs 3.5 tonnes. We're back at Marree. The lady at the shop said there's no bloody good going out Level Post Bay, which is the one I'm going out, and she said there's no water out there. So I said, why are all the tourists going out there? She said, oh, well, she tells them, but they say they just want to go out quickly and have a look. So now that we're up here, we'll have to go out quickly and have a look, won't we? At the moment we're on our way out to Marree station. We left Marree, and like the lady said, there's no water at Lake Eyre South, but she said you might see a few birds, so we might be able to pick up a couple of birds here, so we'll see how we go. We've reached the dog fence again. I'm always running into this dog fence, aren't I? We always seem to be running into this dog fence. Place of country I go into, I'm always going on the other side of the dog fence, eh? There's the shores of Lake Eyre South. We go further on, and we'll actually come up to the channel between Lake Eyre North and Lake Eyre South. But right now we're actually right on the edge of Lake Eyre South. Lake Eyre South is a little bit higher level than Lake Eyre North, so consequently it takes a bit more water to fill Lake Eyre North before it goes through to Lake Eyre South. I thought I was going to be able to take a walk out on the salt of Lake Eyre South for you, but as you can see by the marks, and I'm only standing near the edge, and she's a little bit slushy underneath. Wonder why that is. Fairly late in the day, I'll have to start looking for a campsite. I think I'll camp at the end of this track up here. I'll continue further on. See where it's fairly loose underneath. This must be the narrowest part of the channel from Lake Eyre North to Lake Eyre South, because the owner of Marree station has actually built himself a little access road across the junction between Lake Eyre North and Lake Eyre South. So that probably goes to his property on the other side of Lake Eyre South. Should be handy, isn't it? Not very far across here between the two lakes. Not very far at all. I think I've found the tourist trail again. How do I know I found the tourist trail? The corrugations on the road. Tourists rip through here at high speed, and consequently the road gets a little bit corrugated. But aren't they good? Not the corrugations, the tourists. Aren't the tourists good? I haven't shown you a map yet today, so I'll do that now, if I may. We come up from Lee Creek to Marree this morning, and then we went the 54 kilometres here to Marree station, which was there. Excellent campsite at Marree station, but we're not going to go there. We come up along here, and you saw a section of Lake Eyre South. Then we went up along here, you saw the narrow section in there, and right now we're right here on the edge there, and the end of it's called Level Post Bay, and it's quite spectacular out here. The sun's just going down. We'll get a better shot in the morning of the bay itself, but as you can see, there's no water here, but it's a very spectacular scene that's laid out in front of you. Some silly buggers that had a motorbike out there, wouldn't have gone too good. We'll go down to the surface in a minute, eh? But it's quite quite expansive. It's a big bay. Don't know how well you can see or read this. I'll read it out. At Lake Eyre on July the 17th, 1964, in a gas turbine powered Bluebird, Donald Campbell broke the world land speed record by attaining a speed of 649 kilometres per hour. This was achieved despite great adversity on a strip of the Salt Lake bed about 20 kilometres north of this point, erected as a tribute to a brave man. Presented by the Nissan Car Club of Australia. Well, there you go. The old Dowdy Club, eh? Alright, we'll go down for a walk on the lake, eh? It's hard to find a spot here that's not ruined by footprints of 10,000 visitors in Toyotas that come to this place. It is a bit of the normal surface. It's a little bit hard on top, but when we go like that, we've got a bit of a clay. Oh, it's lovely too, look. Oh, lovely. Underneath. So you got a little bit of hard surface, and if we taste that, we'll get another bit, eh? And a bit of salt. That's salty. Yeah, underneath, she's a little bit, she's a little bit moist. And see my new boots here? You know what happened to my old boots, don't you? Yes. Yeah, it's not bad. Clean my hands a bit before I put them on the camera. Yes, I'll just zoom in a bit. Whoop. And here we go around. We just did a little bay here. But I should think that would be out to the main Lake Eyre north there. And of course we got animal tracks out there. Everyone does what I'm doing, walk out on the lake. And there's really only one entry point here, so it's a bit like a cattle race to a trough out there. Beautiful evening, eh? The sun's just setting in the sky, and we're going to have to spend the night back where we stopped the car, which is just up there. We're going to have to spend the night up there by the little information bay. And as the sun slowly sets over Lake Eyre, there's the road back to civilization, and that's where I'm camped there. And seeing as it's this time of the day, we got tea going. We're given the veggies another try because I hate to say this, but I'm beginning to like them. So we're going to have the veggies. I'm going to drain that. Haven't even opened the tin yet. And then I found these on the shelf. Curried beans, baked beans in a mild curry sauce. Well, we might be able to fix up the mild business in a minute. I'm going to drain that. Drain them out. I'm going to put some baked beans in mild curry sauce with them. And I put a bit of this in the water I'm boiling it in, but I might put a bit of that back in. And a bit more of that. And I reckon that should suffice me. But have a look at that. Isn't that absolutely magnificent? I don't know how the colours are coming out on your telly, but that is absolutely magnificent. The sunset over dry Lake Eyre. And as the sun sets, we eat. I think I boiled my veggies a bit long. They're a bit soft. I should make them al dente, shouldn't I? Got my bread. Not bad, this. Bread's far better than crisp bread, I'll tell you that. The camping ground at Marree is excellent. Recommend it to anybody. Didn't stay there. I decided to come out to the lake, and it was a bit late to head back. I've just let down my tyres so that I can get over that corrugation section a bit easier now. I had too much pressure in the tyres. I was shaking the cart a bit. This is a better view from here of the lake dry than where we went before it at Halligan Bay. But of course there's no water here. But being near Lake Eyre South, it's a little bit higher, you see. But you can't see it, look. It's an absolutely magnificent sunset over there. I'll operate on the whip tonight for the radio. There's two things I think I've tuned the whip better now. I reckon it'll romp him. Can't really put the wire up here. Can't be expected to hook the wire up to the information bay, can I? Be a bit cheeky, wouldn't it? Yes. I love it out here. If I could find a way to earn a living doing this, eating my veggies and my chili beans, my curry beans today, I'd jump at it. Because this, right now, out on your own, no one within QE, is absolutely magnificent. This is what this stuff is what dreams are made of here. Getting a bit philosophical, aren't I? An absolutely beautiful sunset. An absolutely beautiful sunset. Have a look at that. My food recommendation for this trip is the macadamia chocolate chunk rough, available from the Hawker little shop at Hawker on the way through. They're absolutely magnificent. And Bill, this is what I have for breakfast, alright? This is breakfast. We've left the bitumen and I'm now on my way out to Lake Torrens via Ilpena Station. And I've been to the Parachilna pub and I've seen the owner and we're going to go out and have a look at the shores of Lake Torrens. I reckon we're getting close to the lake now. I remember him saying this was his two-wheel drive track into the lake. I'd like to see the Daewoo that'd go through here. the surface of Lake Torrens. We'll go down and have a closer look, eh? Dust, of course, when it's blown onto the lake, is trapped and eventually forms part of the surface. So really, the surface consists mainly of the salt layer, which is on top. And then underneath, we've got that same mud, which is actually a formation of everything that comes down in the water, plus it's all the dust and that's blown in to the lake from outside. It's fairly deep too. You can oh God, look at that! Oh God's truth, and it's fairly pliable, as you can see as well. Exactly the same as Lake Eyre. Same sort of, I'm going to have to wash that now. God's truth. There's some footprints of an emu that was walking towards me. If we have a look, we can see that the emu had a fair walk, didn't he? He disappeared out there somewhere. He walked across the lake, didn't he? A little bit windswept here tonight. Camped at the parking bay at the viewing spot for Lake Torrens. Ed, if I don't get you with that whip out there exposed like that tonight, I'll go alright? Yes, out here looking at there's Lake Torrens out there. And the sun's just going down. We'll get sunset later on. But the flies are a bit of a problem at the moment. We've got tea going. I got the last of my veggies boiling up there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bang in some sweet corn and the old favourite lean beef with chili beans. So we'll have that tonight. Flies are fairly troublesome here tonight, and I better not go walking during the night, eh? I'll end up going over Turkey. So we'll catch later, eh? Just to show you, I'm quite proud of this. This is turning out absolutely magnificent. Have a look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. Chili beans, sweet corn, and some boiled up veggies. And I put a bit of pepper in it to give it a bit of zap, but it's absolutely magnificent. Look, it's just like a thick soup. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful photo. Yeah. Isn't that absolutely magnificent? Good morning, it's another day. We're on our way out of this four-wheel drive tour here into Lake Torrens, and this is quite near the homestead. This is just this is where we crossed the creek. A little bit hairy yesterday crossing the creek here. A little bit muddy, Mick, sorry. You got to break eggs to make omelettes, Mick. I've left the main road just outside of Walker. I've turned back towards the railway line, which is the western side of the Flinders Ranges, and we're now coming down to Port Augusta. Comes in the back way via a couple of dirt roads down there. Just coming down into Port Augusta. That completes this little optional extra. We'll catch you next time.